Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, this is the Drake Report.
The Drake Report, yes. Drake, how you
Drake
doing?
Report.
Drake.
I am doing fantastic so far.
Can you almost say that in Russian? I will break you.
I will break you.
Okay, very good.
Sounds bad.
What's going on, Drake? What's going on?
A lot of stuff are happening. A lot of stuff from over the world and stuff. A lot of earthquakes too. But first, we gotta talk about Noble Gold.
Oh, Noble Gold. I forgot. Yeah, it's Noble Gold. Don't forget Noble Gold. Guys, I don't know about you, but during this lockdown, I've started doing a lot of things differently. Matter of fact, a lot of you too, Drake?
Yeah, a lot of things.
What's different about your life?
Not been going outside as I usually do.
Yeah. Social distancing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people said their whole life, like that daily office commute just isn't happening. And I can't say that probably any of you missed that. But talking to a lot of people out there, Drake, on Zoom or Facebook or Twitter or Skype, they're all saying they feel the same way about a lot of things. And they've been recommending some apps and some new TV programs and other ways of making life better. Not just for now, but on an ongoing basis. So if you've seen the returns on the stock market since the beginning of the year and since the virus hit, it's very clear, there's no doubt about it, that the old ways aren't working too well. The Fed is having to prop up the returns. It's pumped trillions of dollars into the system to try and avoid what looks like an inevitable collapse. What? You can't have 20% unemployment. You can't lose 36 million jobs and without massive fallout. You can't spend trillions of dollars bailing out businesses without consequences, Drake. So you have to secure a way to guard your wealth or your savings or your investments like your 401k. How do you do it? Well, you might want to put some precious metals into your portfolio. Roll some of that over into gold, silver, palladium, and platinum. Have proven to be safe haven instruments. It's the only investment with appreciating value during economic collapse. If you're interested in securing your wealth, call noblegoldinvestments.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestments.com. Or pick up the phone and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell them Pastor Paul and Drake Report said so. All right.
Yeah. Who doesn't love Noble Gold?
Oh, that's right. Good people, real good people.
But now we're gonna go all the way down to what looks like northern Texas. Yeah.
Northern Texas.
Northern
Why?
Texas.
Why are you going to Northern Texas for?
In Burnett, Texas, which they had hailstorms, but a huge hail ball smashed through a roof.
What?
As you see that picture right
That's
there.
a boulder. Wait a minute. That's a boulder.
It looks like someone just dropped a rock.
You're not serious. That hail ball came through the roof.
Yeah, it came through the roof, just
through the ceiling
right there, and that must be a lot of.
That's almost of a Bible. That's the Bible. I mean, it almost is not quite the size of a basketball, but it's like a boulder. I mean, it was like a
bowling ball.
It's like a bowling ball.
It looks to be about like 5 or 6 pounds.
Yeah, I think we haven't got the exact weight on it, but I would say it has to be by that size.
It's larger than softballs.
It's got to weigh at least 5 to 6 pounds to come through a roof.
Yeah,
you know,
like that's a
boulder. Look at that, bro. That's a boulder. That's a boulder. That's a Texas hailstorm boulder.
Look how much. I feel sorry for the people that live inside the house because look at that damn.
But if that hits you in the head, Drake.
Oh, if that hits you in the head,
you're done.
That's not gonna be fun.
Well, I think it kills you. I mean, that's how big it is.
It really could, because it's dropping from the sky, so it's like
anything, Drake, that can knock a hole through the ceiling, through the roof, through the ceiling. If that just comes straight down on you, you're not going to survive that. That's like a boulder, Drake. I mean, I'm stressed out just looking at that and even thinking about that. Nice catch.
I know.
You knew I was an athlete in my day, right? Okay. So I'm stressed out on the stress ball. I got a stress ball. I can't deal with hail that big. But you know, the Bible said, Drake, in the last days, there'll be hail that weighs 50 to 70 pounds. Now,
That's
here
like-
in the last week, you've talked about hail that weighed 4, and that one looks like around 5.5,
6
6
maybe.
pounds. It's starting to get crazy.
Like
again,
like 40 to 50 pounds of like one big hail ball.
We're live right now on the Drake Report. So, Drake, tell us more about what's going on. I mean, hail the size of Texas. Well, it was in Texas, but
Yeah,
that hail is a boulder. I mean, it's just a boulder.
Yeah.
What's causing that? Is that what Mike from around the world means? And that's why we got our graphics back here behind us. How Nibiru and all this debris fields coming in, folks. And Drake, it's bringing with it straight line winds, storms, hail, meteorites. But this is getting crazy.
That looks very good too.
Yeah, it's getting really crazy. What else you got?
So
Crazy.
after that, we're gonna be taking trips around all over the world, really. But this one earthquake that just happened, like let's say 40 minutes ago, happened very recently in New Zealand.
All right.
In New Zealand, a 5.6 earthquake just hit New Zealand, and obviously there's no reports. There's no like reports of damages yet because it just hit, like very recently.
Okay, so 5.6 earthquake, you're right. Good news on this one, Drake. It was 51.9 kilometers deep. So I've seen a lot bigger, earthquakes and a lot shallower. So we're going to be okay. But just so you'll know, earthquakes are happening pretty frequent. There's been 70 earthquakes, Drake, over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like some of them are just like 2.5s, 3.5s, 4, which 4 is kind of the 4.5 and up is kind of where you don't want to enter, but it's shaking up the island.
Yeah, it really is.
New Zealand's small, so a earthquake like that's gonna shake it up pretty bad.
You have a 4.5 also in Papua New Guinea.
I heard that was a nice place to go to.
Well, I would not. I'd be very careful about that. I mean, it's a beautiful area, but the natives are a little bit restless. Okay, be quite honest with you. 4.7 West Chile rise.
There's also 2 in Alaska.
Yeah, there's some, and boy, I tell you, Nevada, that Tonopah, Nevada area, just doesn't stop shaking and quaking. They're still having earthquakes. They're draking and quaking, and the quakes are shaking and aching, and the devil's back is breaking. My mind is. I mean, we're not faking. It's just.
You should become a singer.
Not really. You rapper?
Rapper?
No.
You should become a rapper.
Okay. What else you got going, Drake? Earthquakes.
But yeah, the coronavirus.
Help us, Lord, please help us.
Whenever you turn on the news, you hear the same thing happening over and over, all that, and it's the coronavirus. But the new numbers on that is for the entire world, confirmed infections are 5.3 million. And in America, it's 1.6 million.
Yeah.
Almost 1.7.
Yeah, and Brazil's now number 2 in the world.
Yeah, Brazil, which
It's because it's taken off there. It's really taken off. And you got a friend that lives in Brazil.
Well, he's from Brazil.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and again, based on what he told me, I wouldn't think that Brazil would be that very high up. Yeah, maybe they'd hit a couple spikes, but not that high up. And now the death totals are finally counting in Brazil.
Here's what's really weird about this. You know how hot it is in Brazil?
I'm pretty sure it's pretty hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
And so if the coronavirus doesn't survive in heat, how in the world is Brazil
Number 2.
now all the way up to number 2 in total cases and number 5 in total deaths? And the death toll there is going to skyrocket from my reports because...
I already see the death toll is going to probably rise up in Brazil.
Well, it's number 5 right now in the world. At 22,000 people are dead. But the 347,000 cases, most of those cases have happened in the last 3 weeks. So it's been Russia and Brazil have exploded.
Like if you would put it on a graph, it'll just go.
Yeah, that's what's happened. So a lot of those people are going to get sick and a lot of those are going to die. So you're going to see the Brazilian death toll really start rising in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And when it does, you're going to see Brazil climb from number 5 to like number 3 or 4, like probably number 3 in the world in deaths. And the other one was Russia. Now, Russia was number 2. It's now dropped down to number 3 with 344,000 cases. But Russia is Russia's like number 6 in deaths. Part of the reason is the same reason. Brazil and Russia have been on an accelerated case number of people getting sick.
And a lot of people told me, like...
And get this, it's colder in Russia.
Yeah.
But hot in Brazil.
Yeah, so...
Yet both of them are still...
Does temperature really matter?
Well, does it seem like it matters?
No.
No. That's the faulty belief that the heat would kill it. The heat's not killing it, and the heat's not going to kill it because we're dealing with something different, Drake. I don't think this could be a bioweapon.
It's without a doubt bioweapon.
China? You want to blame China on this one? Yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody's going to blame China.
Yeah, a lot of like my friends before school was canceled said, oh, when coronavirus reaches hot areas like the Middle East or Brazil places, it's going to be killed off, or cold areas, and that's just simply not the case.
It's not the case. It's just not the case. So we got to watch it. 97,672 Americans have died.
That's very close to 10,000.
100,000.
No, 100,000.
Now think about this. In January 10th, Mike from around the world announced to us that at least 100,000 people in America were going to die of the coronavirus. And everybody thought he was nuts, okay? Because even the president's Dr. Fauci came out and said maybe 30,000 Americans will die, okay? Okay, so here we are on June 24th, and we have 97,000. Is this June 24th?
It's May 24th.
I meant May 24th. Keep you straight, Drake. You got to keep me on track, okay? Well, here we are on May 24th, and
it's almost
100,000.
Yeah.
So Mike Around the World came back on our program on January 17th and announced, I was wrong. We're not going to have 100,000. We're going to have 200,000, maybe 300,000 dead before the end of the year. And at the way things are, it's not slowing down in America, not really. We're opening up too. We got to open up the economy. I'm all for it. But we have to also realize we're going to lose 100,000, 200,000, maybe 300,000 people before this is all said and done in just our nation. And
but
we got to get the economy going, don't we?
Yeah. And like even like some teachers has told me that the coronavirus is going to stop at when summertime comes because of the heat, but again, it's just
it didn't pan out.
It's real, like if you look at graphs from the time the coronavirus started to now, it's just up. It hasn't really stopped if you think about it.
No, it hasn't stopped. You're exactly right, Drake, and that's the concern I think all Americans have right now is. But we got it, look, and mostly older people, especially nursing homes and places, but we got to get back to work. We got to get back to school. We got to get back to having life has got to get back to moving, even if people are dying, because the people are dying of cancer, people are dying of car accidents, heart attacks, HIV, all kinds of different things, the flu.
Yeah.
We just got to get back to, it's just unfortunate, but we are got to get back, okay?
Yeah. And I'm still looking back at the people that said that the coronavirus was just like the flu, because then I show them these numbers and it's like, yeah, it's nothing.
It's worse than the flu. It's way worse than the flu.
Yeah, nothing
but
like it.
It's not the plague either. Okay, it is a plague, but it's not the Black Plague of 13.
No, it's not. It's not that bad to be a huge plague.
But it's bad. But it's
obviously bad.
It's not as bad as the flu. It's a lot worse than the flu, but it's. It's something we just got to deal with. And there'll be more, the Bible says there's going to be more plagues. There's going to be more diseases. There's going to be more earthquakes. So we can't shut the world down. We can't stop it, Yeah. We just got to get on with life. And we got to trust the Lord Jesus Christ. That's who you got to trust.
Yeah.
So,
In the words of Hulk Hogan.
what were the words of Hulk Hogan?
Remember when he said that?
Yeah, what did he say?
He said we don't need medicine. We need Jesus.
We need
Christ.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Well, we might need some medicine too, but we better have Jesus Christ for sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the famous words of Hulk Hogan. All right, well, Drake, anything else going on? Is that it? What's happening?
That's really about it.
All right. So, all right. Well, appreciate you coming on, being part of this. I'm glad you let me be a part of the Drake Report. How do you say that?
The Drake Report.
I'm stressing out, guys. Get Drake's stress ball. Do you have yours?
No, I don't have mine.
What? Don't stress out. You can also dribble it, squeeze it, bounce it off the walls if you have to. It's the Drake Report. The Drake Report stress ball. Don't stress out. Don't stress out. Aliens, AI technology, and the Antichrist. These three categories need to be explained. We're having a powerful webinar at my website, July 17th and 18th. Get your ticket now. It's time to answer some of the unexplained questions that have boggled the minds and the deception. Hollywood has confused so many, but we will answer them all. Get prepared in these last days. I forgot, Drake. You're supposed to remind me. I just did a Patreon called, look, it's alien-related info.
It's very, very spooky.
You saw it. It is pretty weird. It's alien-related info.
Oh, you definitely need to check that out.
Check it out. It's on my Patreon channel. All right? Become a member of my Patreon. Alien-related, too, when it's really weird, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Man.
I saw them. I was like, there's no
Guys,
way.
I'll be live. I'll check out my Patreon right now. Just go there right now. If you're a member of it, go there right now. If you're not, sign up now. It's alien related info. Just go to my Patreon channel. Just go right now. And I'll be back live at 7 o'clock with Sunday Night Live.
Sunday Night Live.
Man,
Paul
you can
Begley.
tell I used to play sports. The Drake Report. You serious?